Hi, I'm Stephen John Drew from Better Podcasting, a proud member of the Gonna Geek Network. Just like the show you're listening to now, the opinions expressed are those of the individual hosts. Check out all the other geeky podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com and get ready because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
You have been granted clearance by Director Phil Coulson. Stand by for S.H.I.E.L.D. debriefing. All information to be discussed here is classified and may only be discussed among agents granted clearance by the S.H.I.E.L.D. Director.
Now it's time for your scheduled debriefing. I'm Agent Stargate Pioneer.
I'm Agent Haley.
And I'm Agent Lauren.
Welcome to Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., a Marvel Comic Universe podcast. This is podcast number 109, discussing Agent Carter, Season 2, Episode 8, The Edge of Mystery, and Agent Carter, Season 2, Episode 9, A Little Song and Dance. This podcast is recorded on Wednesday, February 24th, 2016. Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a fan-based podcast on the ABC television show Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agent Carter, Marvel's Daredevil, and Jessica Jones on Netflix, and the general Marvel comic universe.
Because I'm hot, I got sand in my shorts, and I want to go home.
If you'd like to talk to us about sand in your shorts, you can find us at our website, legendsofshield.com. You can get a hold of us at our voicemail, 844-THE-BUS-1. That's 844-843-2871. We have a Facebook, a Twitter, and a Tumblr, all Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Our YouTube page is at youtube.com/GonnaGeek. And our network is at GonnaGeek.com.
Today on Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., we're actually going to be giving away our Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Collector Core Crate giveaway. It's going to happen tonight. We're going to be talking about C2E2, the Gonna Geek panel that's going to be there. We're going to be talking about the penultimate Agent Carter Season 2 episode. We're going to be talking about your weekly Marvel news, your feedback, and highlights from the live blab.im chat room. All right. You want it, you got it. So we have a network, GonnaGeek.com. We talked about it just briefly before. We have a YouTube channel. All of these video podcasts, Gonna Geek, Better Podcasting, All Things Good and Nerdy, Starling Tribune, Nerd Alert News Special Editions can be found at the Gonna Geek YouTube channel. So go check those out. That's, again, youtube.com/GonnaGeek, or just go to the main GonnaGeek.com website, and all of the video podcasts will be posted on the post for the individual podcasts. All right, Haley, what are we doing tonight?
Well, we've been pimping it for the last few podcasts. We've got this awesome Guardians of the Galaxy crate we got to give away, and we had a little contest to see who was going to win it. And the competition, if you'll recall, was what animal should be added to Howard Stark's animal menagerie. And the animal needed a name and a story. And if it was an adversary of Bernard, that would be even better. And boy, did someone deliver.
Absolutely. Lauren, who do we have to thank for our entertainment over the past 4 weeks?
We need to thank a lot because we've gotten so much entertainment out of this. Christy, @Adonagr on Twitter, for bringing us Edward Stark, @EdwardSM, Edward the Spider Monkey, who not only does he have a name, not only does he have a species, but he has actually gotten into a Twitter war with Bernard Stark.
It did absolutely everything that we asked, kept us entertained, even over the weekend. She pushed through, Adana Girl, Christy, pushed through very strong over the weekend. And we have to say, there was simply no competition. Now, I have to say, since our vaunted network owner is in the chat, I will tell him your entry was discussed last podcast. So you have to go back to our last podcast, which was number 108 on Deadpool, found at GonnaGeek.com, the network that you run, Mr. Steven. Mr. President, as Nugget calls you, and you will have to find out how your entry fared. because I'm not going to spoil anything. You're just going to have to go back and figure that out. Yeah, not well at all. Oh, you listened? Great. So there you go. Mr. Steve, for those of you that don't know, last podcast, in case you didn't hear it, last podcast, Steven was banned from future Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. giveaways of all time because his entry was Cancellation Canary. And homie, don't play that around here. So, yes, Agent Carter is in jeopardy of cancellation, but we don't need to be reminded of that with a contest entry, sir. So you can go have fun somewhere else.
Focus on the positive.
Yeah, exactly. So Christy delivered and she gets it. So just email me, Stargate Pioneer at gonnageek.com with your address, and I will get it in the mail as soon as I possibly can. This weekend's a little booked for me, but I'll try. So you will get your Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Collector Core crate giveaway powered by Pop Funko. And then, Haley.
Well, I was going to say he's busy this weekend alphabetizing his podcast gear.
It needs to be in a certain order. The Zoom recorders go over to the right, and the Audio Technica gear goes over to the left. That's how it is. The A through Z. Okay, no. So next week, what do we got going, Haley?
Well, this weekend we did a Deadpool podcast because the fans demanded it. And we did a live unboxing of the Deadpool crate, which will be our next giveaway. We haven't decided what the terms of the contest will be, but tune in next week for your chance to enter the awesome competition and get the awesome swag.
And apparently you're going to have to compete with Agent Beef for said box too, right, Lauren?
He was like, that's pretty
He was excited. He was very excited. So
he was. If you want to hear more about that, just like I said, go back to last episode, number 108. We did a great episode on Deadpool. It was one of the funner podcasts I've ever done to edit. And it was just constantly laughing throughout the whole thing. It was absolutely amazing. Okay. So, next month, on the 18th of March, the gonnageek.com network will present a panel at C2E2. That is the Chicago Convention. Oh my goodness.
I think it's Chicago Comic Entertainment Expo.
Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. Absolutely. And it will be Naki hosting the panel from All Things Good and Nerdy. Beef from Legends Podcast will be there as well. He won't be on the billing because he made his decision a little bit too late, but he will be there anyway. We will let him up on stage, even if we have to pull him up there from these stands. And Cody Goff of GameLifeBalance.us will be there. And also, he is of WGN radio fame, by the way, Mr. Cody Goff, the verified Mr. Cody Goff. You go to his Twitter account, he's verified.
Hashtag verified.
Yes. Chris Farrell from Nerd Alert News, All Things Good and Nerdy, the Gonna Geek podcast, and Starling Tribune, my podcast co-host on two of those. And Willie D. Nelson. Yes, that Willie Nelson. No,
not that one.
The other Willie Nelson that's on All Things Good and Nerdy. And me from Better Podcasting, Gonna Geek, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D, Long Box Edition, Starling Tribune, and this podcast, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, Lauren, there is a promo. We are legally obligated by the network to read it. We have to. The network owners said we had to. So, do you want to take a stab at reading this promo?
Which promo?
That one right there.
The one that I'm pointing at right now?
Yes. That one.
Okay. Join the Gonna Geek Network at C2E2, the Chicago Comics and Entertainment Expo, on March 18th. On this special panel, members of the network from all across the country will share their secrets of podcasting, including all of the challenges involved and how it affects their day-to-day lives. If you're interested in podcasting, whether you're casual or a professional, then this is one panel you won't want to miss.
Absolutely. So that's it. March 18th at 2:45 p.m. in the workshop room at C2E2 in Chicago. So once again, for the second time, ABC and Marvel and Disney decided to grace us with a 2-episode Agent Carter 2-hour block. The first episode was The Edge of Mystery. It was directed by Metin Hussein, who has been directing since 1991. He directed 3 Merlins, 4 Outlanders, and 2 Agent Carters, including Monsters. It was back-to-back episodes, although they weren't shown back-to-back, but they were directed back-to-back. And as we discussed last week, this was also written by Brant Egelstein, who is a co-executive producer of Agent Carter. He has an episode of Copper underneath his writing credits, as well as 3 total Agent Carter episodes. Haley, break down the second episode for me, please.
Second episode, A Little Song and Dance, was directed by Jennifer Getzinger. She's done a couple episodes of Agent Carter. She did a bunch of Mad Men, some Orange is the New Black, Revenge, 1600 Pin, Suits, and Hung.
The HBO series, Hung. Remember that? You remember that? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it had the old Punisher, not the one before, not the current one, not the one before him, and not the one before. Wait, not the current one, Shane, not the one before him, Titus Pullo, but the one before him was on Hung.
There you go.
Yeah, Thomas Jane, who's currently on The Expanse.
Yes, The Expanse. So cool, so good.
Yes.
Go, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
And then,
yeah. It was written by 3 people, 2 story by and a teleplay by. Let's just break this down one at a time. Haley, what do we got first?
So the story was by the showrunners, Michelle Fazekas and Tara Butters. Michelle Fazekas has done, so Agent Carter episodes, a couple episodes of Dollhouse, a couple episodes of Ed, and of course she's an executive producer. Tara Butter has also done several episodes of Agent Carter, couple episodes of Dollhouse, couple episodes of Ed, also an executive producer.
Gee, does that sound familiar to you?
It's almost like they're a team.
It's almost like their IMDb's completely, totally match up together. Filmographies on their IMDb's. So
and the teleplay was by Chris Dingus. I don't think that's right. He's done a couple. Anyways, he's done a couple episodes of Agent Carter, a bunch of episodes of Being Human and Men in Trees, and 5 episodes of Ed. He is also an executive producer because everybody is, except me.
Yeah.
And once again, Marvel, these 2 ladies are available for writing, for producing sort of ideas, one-shots.
For fetching coffee. I mean,
yeah.
They come as a team, and if you want some comedy...
We come as a team, but we will kill one another if there's only one position available. So
we will fight to the death.
You need some entertainment, I'm telling you. These 2 would do it for you.
I will shank somebody.
I don't know. She's kind of fragile. I think I could take her.
I'm sure you could. All right. 2 great episodes. I'm totally glad they did the back-to-back episodes last week and this week because they fit together. You get a little song and dance in the middle of this one, but they fit together. The stories fit together. And I will say my favorite moments are Dr. Samberly because he's actually becoming not a one-dimensional character. He's got total dimensions around him. So, you might say he's comic relief, but I think he's starting to be an elite agent. Don't you gals think so?
No.
Not so much.
I still like it, though. I think Rose is far more of an elite agent than him.
He's a total badass.
Yeah, but Samberly's still pretty fun. I mean, he's an essential part of the team in that they need him to do the science.
Because
they can't
Howard
afford
Stark's
to
not
have
there.
Dominic.
Yeah.
They can't afford Dominic Cooper for more than like 2 episodes.
I just thinking about that. It's like the designs come over on a telex. Really? What was your favorite part of the episodes, Haley?
Of both episodes? Or just the first one?
You could do
one or the other. Because I know what my favorite part of both was.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay, what about favorite part excluding the musical number?
Okay.
I have a feeling.
I really liked, well, I guess it was kind of part of the musical number. I was going to say I really liked when Rose punched Peggy, but that was part of the musical number, so.
That was awesome. It woke her up.
Distraught Jarvis, that was probably the best part.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say my favorite parts in each episode were, it was like the saddest parts because they were just so well acted. It was distraught Jarvis at on his bedside. And then even though it's heartbreaking, because it was just so well done, Peggy and Jarvis arguing out in the desert.
So good.
And, I mean, it was Like, I was in tears, but it was still so good.
You knew where it was going to go. You knew what she was going to say. You knew what was going on with Anna, and she said it, and you're thinking, oh, and it's one of those things where she's just got to bowl through because that's her personality. It's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm so sorry, and try to move on. And I think their relationship is close enough where this is not going to hurt them long term. Matter of fact, Jarvis is like, nobody knows. You're the first, and nobody, not even Anna, she doesn't know. So I think they're going to get beyond it. What do you ladies think?
Oh yeah, they're still gonna, be friends after this. It's just sometimes you gotta. I'm not gonna say you have to punch it out because that's not exactly healthy, but there's this like kind of simmering resentment between the two of them because they both fundamentally misunderstand what the other one does.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's all out in the open, they can move past it. It's like the whole lancing of, an infection.
Mm-hmm. In and out. The second episode starts out, it's black and white. Peggy's in the SSR headquarters, and it looks like the New York version of the SSR headquarters to me, which was all very weird. And okay, let's just talk about it. The musical number, we get our one appearance of Angie, our one like 5-second appearance of Angie.
I'm so disappointed that that's what it was, but okay.
I wish it had been more, but I'll take it.
I know.
This would have been the perfect time for a Chris Evans cameo.
It would have been.
What are you going to do?
I was going to say, like, if all the people in her dream were like her romantic interests and stuff.
Well, Michael was there. He's not a romantic interest.
Oh, yeah.
I hope not.
It was just kind of all the people in her life.
Right. We see Dottie.
And she does owe him a dance.
That's right. We see
I
Dottie.
wonder if that's why the whole like symbology of them dancing.
There's the man, her true love, she didn't get to dance with him, so who was going to be her partner now? She's got to find the right partner.
Right. And the whole, I had left the room to go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden this music plays, and it doesn't stop. It keeps playing, right? And I don't pause it. I was watching it live with you, Lauren, and I didn't pause it, and I was like, what is going on? I come back out, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So I have to rewind it to watch it, so it kept me behind until the next commercial or whatever. But I think it fit well in there. Although I was wondering why they did it now. Like she's knocked out by Frost or somebody. I don't remember. But why didn't they do it when she was recovering from the impalement from the rebar?
That's what I thought they were going to do it. But then I guess it's because right here, it's all come to a head and, with regards to the relationship stuff. And
right.
If the whole dancing as symbology for relationships, thanks to the whole Captain America dance thing. Thank you for bringing that up, Haley. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I was just so happy to have a song and dance number. I didn't even, but then yeah, this really is the perfect time because she has to figure out whether or not she's going to, go for Jason or give him up and stay with Daniel, or I don't know, throw them both out the window and go back and be with Angie.
She's deeply conflicted right now. Deeply, obviously, as that pointed out. Thompson, what is he doing? Seriously,
eating
he is all over the map.
That's what he's doing.
Does anybody know whose side he's on right now?
No,
he doesn't know what side he's on.
God, I don't know.
See,
I feel like he's playing all these cards out there and he's going to wait to see what happens. And then he's going to be like, oh, that was my plan all along.
He was trying to take out the two big bads at the end of the second episode. He was trying to take out Frost and he was trying to take out Vernon. And I think if he did that successfully, he would have tried to lead the council.
I'm not sure. Because in that moment, I entirely believed he was ready to switch. And he really did want to sit on the council. But I'm just not positive that was his true intention all along.
See, the thing is, okay, I don't know if this is a sign of how good Chad Michael Murray's acting is, or if it's just a sign of how much I don't like Thompson, where I am willing to believe like either way. It's like, oh, okay, he's evil? Yeah, fine. Oh, he's not evil? He's just, smarmy? Yeah, fine.
The one reason why I think that he is edging on evil is if he was really trying to do this for the betterment, he would have shared his plan with Peggy, because
because Peggy would have been like, "You can't kill Jason," and she would have tried to stop him.
Then they could have revamped the plan to get Jason out. But okay, so Thompson thinks Jason's a threat. So does Sousa.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah, but Sousa's willing to, go along with Peggy. Thompson isn't.
Yeah, and he knows that Sousa isn't going to do anything that would hurt Peggy because he wouldn't, and Peggy's not going to do anything that would hurt Jason. So he keeps those two in the dark. But Samberly knew the plan.
What do you guys think happened with Jason at the end? He was going all zero matter bomb when the gamma ray bomb was going off. That cannot be good. That much energy in one room.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
We see the preview for next week. We see that Frost has
the 8 eyes.
Yes. But
so Frost obviously lives. We don't see Jason.
No, we don't see.
Which doesn't mean he's not alive. It just means that he's not in the preview.
Right. I mean,
but
well done.
Is he, even more super powered up? Did he explode? Did he somehow... Okay, so...
It's so confusing, right?
Yeah.
Even Jason himself, he's running around and he turns on Peggy to get the actual location of the rods so that they can run this experiment.
He's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And like they point out, he's desperate. He's been living this weird half-life with this terrifying, I think we talked about it in a couple episodes, that like weird, terrifying, he sees stuff that nobody else is seeing. He's hearing stuff nobody else is seeing. And it's freaking him out. And after long enough of that and having like the least little hint that, hey, maybe it can go away, he grabs at it. And it's one of those, can you really blame him things? But then he regrets it because he's like, no, this isn't worth it. Which is when he, I guess, decides to go zero matter power bomb.
So what do you think happened to Jason when he entered into the rift? Because he was actually in the rift, right? What do you think happened?
I think he probably just ended up, I don't know exactly, but I think that's where he just sucked in a whole bunch of more, of the dark matter. But I don't know.
Yeah, we know that he's the one that absorbs the dark matter, the zero matter. And Whitney's the one that exudes it. I guess you could say.
I never thought of that. I thought it was always a power play between the two and how they wanted to use it. But it could very well be like salt and pepper, right? Like one does one thing and one does the other thing. Huh. Never thought of that. Because Jason has never absorbed anything. And
she was trying to, dark matter him, he just like absorbed it and it solidified him. It's like he needs that zero matter to solidify, but he only needs it's like if he has too much of it, then that's bad, maybe.
So throughout
he's like a vacuum, and if you overfill the bag, it...
Yes.
So throughout the interrogation thing, I got the feeling that he needed to reconnect with the zero matter with Frost, otherwise he was going to dematerialize again.
Yeah, that was kind of the implication, I think, when she was talking to him before he went into the rift.
Because she was talking down, like counting down from 10 at one point in time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
which again, I mean, Whitney is, she's evil, but she's smart. She's, the whole time all this is happening, she's still testing theories and experimenting and, all this stuff.
Manfredi
got to figure it out.
Manfredi is able to park her to the side a couple of times, although she takes control at the end. But I thought that was very interesting that he tried to put her in her place a couple of times, knowing that she was powerful enough to take him on. So I'm not sure what kind of relationship the two have going on, really. I don't expect him to make it through next episode.
Well, no. But something that I noticed between the two of them is, they made it really obvious that, he's like, yeah, you don't need to hide, the face cracks, that it's a sign of power and you never need to hide how powerful you are, which just something that appeals to her because she's gone her whole life being told, oh, you're only as important as your looks. And while it's not, oh, honey, you're so smart, it's something that's beyond her looks. So I can see why this guy would appeal to her, because he appreciates her power.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she might be willing to overlook, some stuff for the big picture there.
Right, until Jack comes in, but of course Jack tries to blow him up. So
well, yeah,
there's that. Okay, so staying on Manfredi though for a second, I didn't completely understand what was going on with the dinner with Nana.
Nana.
What was going on there?
Okay, so it was just the, Italian guy and his mom, grandma.
I think it was his mom, yeah.
Because I want to say Nana is like Italian grandma.
Yeah, maybe.
But she doesn't look old enough to be his grandma. But anyway, it was just like the back and forth of, I guess, I mean, you could look at it as another powerful woman in his life, and it's this back and forth between them. Or you could just look at it as the whole, if you ever, watch a lot of gangster movies, a lot of mafia movies, they always have, the matriarch in the family, whether it's Sopranos or whether it's Godfather or, just any stuff like that. So it's kind of that interplay with the whole, you may be the mafia guy outside, but here in the house, the grandma still calls the shots in the kitchen and stuff like that. You ain't all that sort of thing.
So Carter and Sousa go intentionally to make the deal there. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going into his turn to do it, and seriously, I love that whole scene. There's the argument, and then you look in, and it's not focused on. It's just in the background. You see this fight taking place as Manfredi and his Nana are arguing.
Right.
It's so beautiful.
So Haley, break down Anna in the hospital for me. All the scenes there. Right. What was that arc like?
Well, you have distraught Jarvis, just kind of, she hasn't woken up yet. He doesn't know if she's ever going to wake up. And then she finally wakes up, and you get his conversation with the doctor where he finds out she can't have children, and he makes the decision to not tell her that right away.
Right. And he's getting away with it so far.
Well, yeah, because it's at a time where the doctor wasn't going to go in and tell her that kind of information. He had a nurse he was going to send in to do it.
But she knows something's up.
Well, yes, because they had that scene in the beginning where she was observant. She noticed things before she was told them. And then you got that scene in the hospital bed where she sees the doctor talking to Jarvis, and he reaches out and touches his arm in a very comforting manner. So she's not dumb. She knows what's going on around her.
She is. It was good to see her back on the show and acting and that sort of stuff. It was good to see her awake, and just terrible for the Jarvises. Terrible. They're going to have to live with it, obviously, but just terrible. I was hoping that like Howard Stark could do something to fix this situation, but he's more technology. He's not really biology.
Yeah, and it's probably just more reason why, I guess, Tony ends up close to Jarvis later on in life. If they end up taking care of him like he's their kid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to some of the action scenes, right? So Stephen John Drew in the chat said, how awesome was Peggy charging in and punching Vernon Masters?
Fist pump awesome.
Bam, bam, bam. And they're all like, whoa, wait. She's like, oh, what?
Them running in after her and being like, no, was just so good.
Right. And then the hot wire belt that she's got on.
Once again, Peggy's wardrobe is better than all of ours.
Was that something from last year? I seem to remember something like that. No? Okay. But that was awesome that she was able to get out and do that. So.
Yeah, and then just that whole scene where they're escaping in the desert. Have you ever seen Beavis and Butthead Do America?
No.
Okay.
I haven't.
I still love that movie. But there's this one part where they're in the back of a truck being driven through the desert, and they open the trunk, and they're, going down the highway and they're like, just start running really fast when you hit the ground. It'll work. So every time there's something like that in a movie, that's always what comes to mind. And that is basically what happened here. Just start running really fast when you hit the ground. It'll work.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She just threw him out.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Yeah, like that would have worked in real life. I mean, if you're driving even a truck with side mirrors on, you notice something moving in the background and going by it. But I do at least.
Well, some people have like tunnel vision when they drive. They just like stare straight ahead the whole time.
Can you do that again? I love that expression. I want to take a screen cap.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else about these episodes? There's so much to talk about.
Let's see. Pretty much everything with Samberly. He's just so willing to just give them up, but then of course he's talking to Rose. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so awesome. I'm completely awesome." The return of Rose. I wish we'd gotten to see more of her.
Yeah,
I really like what they've done with her this season.
Yes,
she is a very capable character.
Fun thing: when Jarvis shows up in the dance sequence, and there's all the dancers with the feathers around them. They're called flamingo dancers.
Ah! The pink devil, or the devil in pink.
Yes. Yeah. So, Bernard did show up in spirit, I guess.
Samberly, can you make an EM blocker in 3 minutes? I could do it in 2. Well, go do it. Oh, okay.
just everything about these 2 episodes is great. And I don't want it to end, but no, I want to know what happens.
And that, unfortunately, this is still unconfirmed, but due to the ratings and everything, I just don't see this one coming back next year. I like Haley's idea. I think she was the one that brought up, Lauren, maybe it was you, that said you could bring her back in flashback modes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I like that idea to at least bring it back, because they've done so much world building between the Captain America movie, between the S.H.I.E.L.D. movies talking about the Marvel movies talking about this backstory and everything, and the 2 seasons here. It's just such a shame to lose all that build up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I want to know more about Leviathan. I want to know more about Dottie. I want to have, shenanigans with just all the shenanigans. I want to see them, hammering things out in the early days of S.H.I.E.L.D., not SSR. There's just so much I want to see that we're probably never going to see. And
I wanted a season of Dottie on the team, but they don't really have complete control over her, and she's mostly helpful most of the time.
Yeah, I want Dottie to be like their Catwoman.
Like an early Black Widow, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, yes. Considering that's what she is, basically.
Right. Okay. Dottie, what is she doing over the course of these 2 episodes?
Hijinks and shenanigans.
Yes. Probably getting as far away from Whitney Frost as possible.
And robbing banks along the way.
Right. Anything else anything else about these 2 episodes? Speculation for next week, Haley?
I don't think I have any. I will say I don't think that Wilkes is dead.
I don't think he's dead.
No.
I think Peggy and Daniel are finally going to kiss without Thompson cock blocking them.
Yeah, because, okay, so if they kill Wilkes, then they did a big song and dance number about her making a choice, and now she doesn't have to make a choice. So I don't think that's the case. And also, we just did a whole season of her pining over a lost love, so we don't need to do that again.
Yeah.
True.
So,
and we know she's got to hook up with somebody at some point in time, because Marvel canon says so.
Plus, I mean, Sharon Carter's got to come from somewhere.
No, it's her niece.
I think it's her daughter in the MCU.
Granddaughter.
No. Maybe. Remember, she said she was talking to her aunt, who's an insomniac.
Oh yeah.
Well,
but I don't know how it could be her aunt, because never mind, I guess it could be the other side. No, her name is Carter, but her brother's dead. Her brother has a long lost child, I guess.
I mean, it could be. So it's either Michael had a kid before he died, or Sharon's Peggy's granddaughter.
Okay.
It's one or
Okay.
the other.
We'll find out eventually, I'm sure, because she's coming back. Yeah, Civil War. Can't wait. So, Lauren, any predictions for the season finale and possibly the series finale?
They're going to start S.H.I.E.L.D. Peggy's going to decide to quit SSR because
Which
she
she
is
already
done with this
has.
bullcrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, just quit him for good. Done with this bullcrap. And yeah, we're gonna
Because
see
she's
S.H.I.E.L.D. finale.
according to lore, he starts S.H.I.E.L.D. with Howard Stark.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And we know that Howard is next week's episode.
Yes.
Now,
Haley,
the question is, will we get Tommy Lee Jones?
Probably.
that would be awesome. I talked about that last year. Have Tommy Lee Jones come in as a cameo or whatever. He would have been great as Dooley, that character last year.
No,
sorta,
because he
kinda.
wouldn't have sidelined Peggy Carter the way Dooley did.
Yeah.
True. Haley, do you have any quotes?
Of course I have quotes. Not a ton this week, but I've got some. Oh, we didn't talk at all about the fake, or was it, file that Thompson got on Carter.
Oh yeah.
It was fake. I'm
Has
pretty
to be
sure
fake.
it was.
Or was it?
Just convenient. Yeah, I know. That went through my mind too, but
It's just too convenient. Just
Okay.
I don't believe anything with Thompson ever. He's a jerk.
He didn't write it. Okay. No civilians
but
were
he's a
spared
jerk.
from the massacre.
what's that, Haley?
No civilians were spared from the massacre. It's from the report.
Yeah. Right.
If it makes a difference, I'd have let him blow you both away.
Oh, Thompson, you jerk.
Do as Peggy says.
Yes, both of them at the same time. That was awesome.
Always
What do I do?
true. Just do what Peggy says.
It's a motto. It is a life lesson.
I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
Also, my life motto.
And yet everyone around you dies.
Ooh, yeah, that was
I-
that was harsh. Harsh words.
Would you care to explain why three men are not... Would you care to explain why these men are not in a shallow grave back in a desert?
I'll do whatever you say. I'm totally with you, Chief. Samperly.
Wouldn't be the first time I sold a load of bull to a lady. Wink.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thompson is the worst.
Is. But you gotta admit it makes it interesting.
He's so slimy.
He is. But again, it makes the show interesting.
It does. Just
Without the character, I mean, this would just be good guys, bad guys, and no conflict in the middle. So he's the Ward character. I'm just waiting for him to get all zero mattered up and go after everybody.
It's not gonna happen.
All right. Next week, we will obviously be talking about the season finale of Agent Carter, and we just can't wait to do that. We'll also be talking about the next episode, which I believe is episode 7 of Jessica. No, it's episode 6.
No, next week we're just doing the finale.
Just doing the finale. I stand corrected by the woman who runs the schedule.
Yeah, because
So
I figured there would be enough going on that we wouldn't want to distract ourselves with other topics.
That is such a great idea. So stay tuned with us. Lauren will be live tweeting, and we'll talk about that later. It's an amazing live tweet. It was great. And on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, go to the Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Twitter account. She will be doing that. If you like shows like Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., if you were having a good time listening to us, and I can't imagine why not. I mean, me, I can understand, but these two ladies, how can you not have a good time listening to these ladies talk about Marvel-related stuff, which they should totally be employed by Marvel. But if you like listening to this sort of stuff, we have a whole network full of podcasts on geeky stuff, like In Defense Of, run by Haley's co-host on Gallifrey Public Radio. His name is Keir Hansen, and he recently did an amazing episode. I'm just 10 minutes into it, but I'm totally captivated by it. It is with Neil and my co-host on Starling Tribune, and Ferris, who has been on Starling Tribune before as well. And they talk about episode 17, My Ears, My Choice, We look at the nature of music preferences, where they originate, and if/when to respectfully recommend new music. It is great stuff, folks. So go check that out at GonnaGeek.com. Once again, that is in defense of episode 17. We have reached the part of the podcast where we talk about the weekly Marvel news. Yes, that is right. Everything that is Marvel related, and it's been news for the past week, we talk about it. What's up first? Lauren?
Okay, so we have we have some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. news. We have a new character. Let's see. An actress named Natalia Cordova Buckley has joined the show as a character from the comics. Elena Rodriguez / Slingshot. In the comics, her name is Yo-Yo Rodriguez. And she's on Secret Warriors in the comic. And this will be interesting to see how this goes.
Nice.
So what are Slingshot's powers in the comics?
Okay, so Slingshot's powers in the comic... I know she has cybernetic arms.
Of course she does.
I don't think they're going to be doing that on the show, at least not yet.
She'd have to be dead.
Yeah, in the comics, she has super speed.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
A female speedster. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, I'm not sure if she'll keep those powers for the show. I mean, it's easy to do, I guess. So why not?
Natalia embodies both the toughness and the warmth necessary for the role of Elena as we bring another piece of the team to the screen for the first time. That is a quote from Jeff Loeb. All right. Looking forward to that. You think she's going to be in the mid-season premiere episode, or we got to wait a week or so for that?
I'm betting we're going to have to wait a bit.
All right. Lots of stuff to come to, tie up loose ends, that sort of stuff, at the beginning of the next episode. So, Haley, what do you got next?
Well, Ward, as we know, his appearance and personality may have changed a little bit at the end of the mid-season finale. And apparently,
once again, the shirtless scenes.
That's right. We can't just have a nice shirtless scene to enjoy. Got to be like a caved-in chest or oozing gut wound or something. Thanks a lot, Marvel.
Or both. Yeah.
But apparently, he's going to be a character named Hive from the comics. In the comics, it was this cybernetic organism that Hydra created. The parasites that latched onto human hosts and stuff. Obviously, they're doing it a little bit differently in the TV show. It doesn't seem like it was a creation of Hydra. More, it's just a thing that they want to control for power reasons.
Also on the show, he appears to have less tentacles.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Maybe they're growing.
Yeah, we don't know what might happen.
Starting to ooze out. Like little translucent hands start coming out of them. Little Deadpool reference there.
Oh.
All right, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back soon. We can't wait to get that. But in the meantime, there is, as we might be saying farewell to Agent Carter, which none of us really want because it's an amazing series. It really is. It's been a fun one to watch. Marvel's Most Wanted continues to march down the road, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we've been given a hint at the premise for the show. It's going to be Hunter and Mockingbird on the run from people that have a hit out on them. And they're not going to have all the friends and resources that they've had as part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So they're going to Han Solo the team.
Yeah.
It's going to be Han Solo and Chewie. So who's Chewie and who's Han Solo?
Bobby's obviously Han.
Yeah. Hunter's the Wookiee. Just don't make him angry. And Dominic Fortune is going to be their only ally.
Comic relief, huh? All right. So in the Netflix era, we've got Daredevil season 2 coming up. We still have to finish Jessica Jones. We'll be, I guess in 2 weeks, we'll be looking at the next episode of Jessica Jones. But in the meantime, we got some posters, don't we?
Well, they're the motion posters that Netflix has been doing. So those little 15-second videos that don't tell you anything, they just make you go, ooh, that looks cool. They did one for each character. So Punisher has one, Daredevil, Foggy, Karen, and Elektra all have their own little 15-second video.
They look cool.
Yep, and we've got
This
links.
is gonna be good.
We've got links to all of those in the show notes. You should go check them out.
Mhm.
And Punisher. There have been a lot of rumors saying he's going to get his own show. They're going to cancel Iron Fist and do just Punisher. No, they're not canceling Iron Fist, but they're going to still do Punisher. Jeff Loeb says, nah, we're not doing that.
They've lied to us before, so we can only hope.
True. But he's like, no, we're not doing that. That's just wild speculation. It's not something that we're actually planning to do at this time.
So Daredevil's going to drop the weekend I'm in C2E2. I wonder what it's going to be about. I mean, it's season 2. We know the Punisher's going to be there and stuff, but I wonder what the season is going to be like.
So Variety.com has posted a review based on the first 7 episodes that they got. And it looks interesting. They said that like the first couple episodes feel kind of uneven, but then it gets really good. The characters are great. And there's some behind the scenes changes which might contribute to the unsteady feeling.
Well, for one thing, Stephen S. Knight is no longer the showrunner, so
yeah, because he's off going to do Pacific Rim too.
I know. I just saw that. I'm like, for the record, it's Pacific Rim. It should be everything that I love, and it just missed the mark a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to his version.
It's one of my favorite movies, and we actually have a little stand off over to my right that has all of the giant Pacific Rim figurines that we've collected over the past couple of years.
That's got to be fun. Now, have you watched The Martian yet? I keep asking.
No,
do you have the Blu-ray?
No, what I need to do is I still need to get Crimson Peak. So I have a Best Buy gift card. I'm just going to go get that, and I'm going to get The Martian, and I'm just going to sit down and watch it.
All right. Well, when you do, let me know.
I will.
We'll take it from there.
But yeah, in conclusion, Deadpool season 2 sounds good according to Variety.
Can't wait. What else is coming up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, we have Civil War coming up increasingly soon.
Yeah.
And Martin Freeman, Bilbo Baggins, is going to be in it. And he's confirmed that he is playing Everett Ross, who's a character from the comics. And there's an interview from Empire Magazine where he's talking a little bit about his character. And in the comics, he's most often associated with Black Panther. So we'll see how this goes.
So I know Martin Freeman was in The Hobbit, but I will always associate him with Sherlock.
I always associate him with Love Actually.
Well, I guess I've never saw that. So he's always going to be in the Sherlock series for me. But so that is one character in Civil War. A question I've been asking to myself, because I really haven't verbalized it, is what's going on with the Hulk during the Civil War? I mean, is he going to be like Planet Hulk? Are we talking Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean, what's going on?
Okay, so Anthony Mackie has been on the rounds producing a movie he's about to be in, which I just completely blanked out on, but he was on I think it was The Daily Show last night, and it was really funny. But he was on an interview with Late Night with Seth Meyers, and he said, I was giving respect to my fellow actors. I said, Marvel movies are so great because they have great actors, the likes of Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr. So a bunch of people thought that this meant that Mark Ruffalo is going to be in Civil War because that's what he's been shooting most recently.
Right.
And today they're like, no, he's not in Civil War.
Oh,
so
they keep giving and they keep taking it away. Yeah, they might be doing a post-credit scene or a mid-credit scene with him. Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. So that's what we got coming up in May. What's the summer movie again? It's not Ant-Man. It's not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah. So Doctor Strange has been doing some reshoots, I guess, in London.
Yeah.
And there's a YouTube account that filmed, they were walking by and this person filmed them setting up for the shoot, like the stand-ins and the action. And so It's actually a really good video of Benedict Cumberbatch in the Doctor Strange costume, and I mean,
nice.
the costume's pretty spot on. So we're linked to the playlist if you're curious.
Huh. I remember for Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, the one shot that was leaked that somebody got a hold of and took it off set or whatever was Captain America and Iron Man, and I can't remember who else, but Falcon maybe. They were walking around the track, the Avengers,
Oh, yeah,
the new
yeah.
Avengers comic. So that was the one shot that we got, and it turned out to be completely immaterial, basically, to the movie. So they might have allowed that one to slip out. Well, have either of you two, did we talk about this already? Have either of you two seen Deadpool again in the theater?
Not since
I
we
only seen it
recorded.
the one time.
I've seen it the 2 times, but only before we recorded the podcast.
Yeah, I totally need, actually. Okay, so little story. So I tell my wife that I'm doing a podcast on Deadpool, and she said, Oh, you mean the movie with Ryan Reynolds? You went to go see the movie with Ryan Reynolds without, she physically hit me. She hit me. She's like, I can't believe you went to go see Ryan Reynolds without me. I'm like, yeah, but it's Deadpool. You don't understand. It's not right. It's not cute. Ryan Reynolds. She said, I don't care. I want to go see it. So now I have
It's
to
a
go.
romance movie. Come
Yeah,
on,
it's
it's
your
a Valentine's movie.
Valentine's Day date night movie.
Yes.
Come on.
So now
It's
I
my
gotta
husband
go.
and my Valentine's Day movie.
Now I gotta go see Deadpool again with my wife. Oh,
Such a sacrifice.
I know.
Such a sacrifice.
But I said, look, if this doesn't turn your boat, we have Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. That might be more your speech. She's like, well, let's go see Deadpool first. I'm like, okay. Anyway, do we have any news related stuff with Deadpool this week?
So Deadpool really wants an Oscar.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, there's Ryan Reynolds on his Twitter account said, only a few hours left for Oscar. Too late for a write-in campaign.
For an ineligible movie.
For an ineligible movie. So there's this poster. It's a For Your Consideration poster.
Okay.
And it is amazing. The Oscar statue is a golden Deadpool. It has such acclaims as Best Picture, Deadpool on a bearskin rug. Best Animated Short, Deadpool's Cartoon Phallus. Best Love Scene, Deadpool and his baby hand. So...
Best leaked footage Deadpool. I think that is the best part of that thing, because without that leaked footage, we wouldn't have had that awesome, entertaining movie. So thank you to whoever, I think we know who did, but whoever leaked the footage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was awesome. All right. Ladies have any more news for this week?
No.
I don't think so.
Do you know, if you want to get more news, do you know where you can go, Haley?
Where can we go? Should we go to GonnaGeek.com or should we go to legendsofshield.com?
You can go to GonnaGeek.com and you can pick up a podcast called Nerd Alert News number 23.
Ooh.
Did you listen to that one yet?
Not yet. It's in the queue.
Oh. All right. Scott Snyder is leaving Batman. Did you guys hear about that?
No, I didn't.
All right, so that's the name of the episode, and it's Nerd Alert News episode 23. This episode, Chris geeks out over the return of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the upcoming Star Wars Episode 7 comic, and the news Stan Lee is doing his last convention in Canada. We talked about that before. Poor guy. The featured story this week is that Scott Snyder has confirmed he is leaving the Batman DC comic. So there you go. Once again, that is Nerd Alert News, episode 23. Go check that out. It's a quick 20-minute podcast, much like our Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. long box edition on Marvel Comics. But this is just general geeky news versus long box is the weekly Marvel comic breakdown. It's a great podcast. Both of them are. But make sure you go check out Nerd Alert News. That is awesome. So we got to talk about this live tweet. Lauren is getting very much traction. I have to turn my phone off because it just gets blown up for all the likes. But definitely what I'm liking more is more retweets. You're really hitting pay dirt here, girl.
I try. I just have fun. And then some people have fun replying or think that what I have said is somehow entertaining, and that is always nice.
It is fantastic. If you have a chance to watch the episode live, go ahead and follow our Twitter account at Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Lauren does an amazing job making great comments about it. Unfortunately, they're a bit spoilerish, so I mean, if you haven't watched it, you probably don't want to read our Twitter account. But it is fun, and she does it, and a lot of people are now tweeting back to us, and it was great. And so I just want to take a moment to note at the end of the live tweet, Christy Adidana Girl, who was the person that won the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel crate that we had, she said, "I can't wait for y'all to untwist who is playing who and when." And we didn't really discuss that. So, I mean, it was like, I don't know. I'm not sure we even know now. I mean, I think there's still stuff to discover next week. What do you think, Haley?
Oh, next week they're gonna like blow our minds. There's gonna be so much stuff.
Yeah. So I think there's still people playing people.
It's going to turn out that Thompson isn't really a person. He's just like, I don't know, a series of corgis dressed up in a human suit. I mean, he's going to be playing us that much.
So
this is how little I trust Thompson at this point. He's a series of dogs in a person suit.
In an Edgar suit.
Edgar suit. He could be a life model decoy.
Nah, he's not that cool.
No.
Okay. This was a fun couple episodes. It was a fun live tweet. Just go back to our Twitter feed and read all the stuff back and forth. It is awesome. Lauren says some amazing stuff. Don't forget, we do have a Facebook page. Please go ahead and like that, and you will find a lot of fun stuff, including our latest episodes as they come out. But we have been posting more and more about, hey, what do you guys think of this? And are you going to go back and watch Deadpool again and that sort of stuff? So got a lot of likes on those posts. So keep that up. And don't forget, I said it at the beginning of the podcast, the video companion to, if you're listening to the audio on this, the video companion to this podcast can be found on the GonnaGeek.com YouTube channel, found at youtube.com/GonnaGeek. And don't forget, it's been a while since we got a iTunes review. So please don't hesitate to drop us a 5-star iTunes review. We would very much appreciate it. We love talking about those on the podcast. And if you would like to, we can make fun of it as well. So if it's funny, we'll just make fun of ourselves because, you know, that's what I do at least.
We're very good at it.
Right. And the next time we get to a Jessica Jones episode, I guess in 2 weeks, we will. Andy did give us an email. So don't forget our emails there. You can hit me up at Stargate Pioneer at GonnaGeek.com. I believe it's Lauren at GonnaGeek.com and Haley at GonnaGeek.com. So you can hit us all up there. And Lauren runs our Tumblr page. And yeah, it's pretty fun from time to time. So go check that out.
Yeah, whenever I remember to put stuff in the queue.
Right. And you can hit us up there as well. You can leave us a message there as well. Any other feedback, ladies, for the week?
Lots of people on Twitter. Yeah. We love you people on Twitter.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, people on Twitter and people everywhere. But because I'm on Twitter a lot, that's what I see the most.
Right.
All right. Thank you to Donna Girl for making that super awesome Twitter account to win the prize. And everyone stay tuned for next week's awesome prize.
Yep. Stay tuned to what you're going to have to do to enter in for your chance to win it. All right. Let's walk this one out, ladies. Join us next week as we discuss the season 2 and possibly series, unfortunately, finale of Agent Carter. Don't forget, we have a website, legendsofshield.com, a voicemail line, don't we, Lauren?
Yes, we do. It's 844-THE-BUS-1. That's 844-843-2871.
And you can follow us live at geeks.live every week. And don't forget, tomorrow night there will be Starling Tribune on the CW show Arrow, which just aired here on the East Coast. So I got to go play catch up on that. That starts at 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. And as Neil, our co-host, always says, that's 6 p.m. Pacific, guys. Not this 9 o'clock stuff. Haley, you don't know anything about the East-West Coast time zone crap, do you?
No, I don't have podcasts with people, on opposite sides of the country trying to coordinate schedules. I wouldn't have any experience with that.
We'll say thank you very much to Blab and Skype and all the great technologies which allow us to connect. Unfortunately, we still have lives to live, so the scheduling, if we went to one time zone, maybe that would work.
Or if all of us quit our jobs.
Yeah. Thank you for working tonight, technology.
Exactly. Thank you, Blab. We really appreciate that. And thank you, listeners on Spreaker. We appreciate you very much. And you can always catch us every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central on Geeks.live. And thank you very much to Adana Girl and Stephen John Drew and really everybody that has come tonight, even our pal Mike Howard at JPEG2Raw. We really appreciate all you guys. And let's not forget Ray at RayMoney33, Mr. Ray. He has been following us for a while. Thank you very much, Ray, for being here. Haley.
What?
It's your turn.
Turn to do what?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Are we done with the thank yous for the night? All right. Until next time, I'm Agent Stargate Pioneer.
I'm Agent Haley.
And I'm Agent Lauren.
See you guys next week. Don't forget to go back one episode and catch up Deadpool number 108 and Beef.
See where we make the chimichangas.
Were you about to say Darepool?
Thank you for listening. If you want to leave us feedback, go to gonnageek.com and you will find all of our contact information and other shows. You can also visit legendsofshield.com where you'll find our complete archive of podcasts. The music heard on this podcast is by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com. The opinions heard on this podcast are those of the individual host and do not represent Legends, Stream, or Gonna Geek. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the property of the Disney Corporation. No infringement is intended.
So,
hey, Christy, how's it going?
Good. I wasn't sure how this would work on my iPad, so apparently it works.
yes.
It works great. For people that don't have a lot of technology, Blab actually works. For people with technology, it sucks. So what's going on?
Wait, before we get to that.
Much. I'm just so excited. I've never tweeted as an inanimate object or animal, and though I am a fan of Pink Bunny on Twitter. If you don't follow Pink Bunny, she's awesome. She's all about Disney stuff, and she's this little adorable stuffed bunny. And
oh,
yeah, Pink Bunny.
So Haley, what was that you tried to?
Yeah. You see, you were saying you almost said Darepool. When I went to buy my ticket for my second viewing, I asked for a ticket to Daredevil.
Did they give you one?
No, I got a weird look. She was like, "You mean Deadpool?" Yes, that's what I meant.
So Peter Melnick over on Audibly Exquisite, if you listen to their podcast on Deadpool, he has a great story. I mean, he lives in New York, so you have to buy tickets in advance or whatever. So he went to the theater and he bought the ticket in advance. And when he showed up at the theater, there was no seat where he was sitting. It was a handicapped accessible seat, a wheelchair seat.
Mm-hmm.
And so they wouldn't let him sit there for the movie. Say, I'm sorry, it's a fire code. We can't let you sit here. So they had to give him a ticket for a late movie. Unfortunately, they were able to do that, but it's kind of a funny story, the way he tells it. So Christy.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this episode and the series in general?
I love it. It's just the costuming, everything about it, It's, and the musical episode, I don't know if y'all saw the tweet I tweeted during the show. The song's coming out on iTunes, I think March 18th.
Yes.
I did. Thank you for pulling that.
You're welcome. Yeah, because they were saying it was going to be on there, and I don't know why they couldn't have dropped it like right away. Like all those stupid Glee songs like dropped right away as soon as they were on. And
It might be a marketing thing, like
Maybe.
they want you to go and check out the episode or buy the episode on iTunes or something like that. I mean, let's face it, they're not making any money on this series as it stands right now. The ratings are too low, so they might try to be getting money any which way.
It's interesting that Wilkes didn't get to sing.
Yeah. Maybe he can't sing?
I don't know. I saw something where Enver tried to claim that he couldn't sing, but
he can. What I want to know is if that was Haley Atwell.
Yes, I did see something where she talked about going to Capitol Records and recording a little bit. So I believe that was actually her. But I've not heard any confirmation from Enver, and it looks like he didn't live tweet the West Coast last night. So.
Yeah, I don't stay up that late, or maybe I do, but I'm in no condition to paying attention to the West Coast live tweet. That's going to be hard because they actually have to split, the East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah, and then there's always the West Coast people. There was somebody on the crew that was tweeting pictures, or even the fact that there was a musical in the episode, and West Coast people were all spoilers and freaking the heck out. And it's like, come on.
Don't they usually give you a warning like, hey, we're getting ready to live tweet, so,
Well, Chris Farrell over on all the podcasts that he's on the Gonna Geek Network, he actually mutes. You're able to mute hashtags and stuff like that and accounts. He does that. And if it was me, I would just stay away from Twitter, personally. I mean, I don't use Twitter all that much anyway. It's not a lifeline for me or anything. And I know it is for some people, but just if I was worried about being spoiled, whatever. On the stuff that I'm worried about being spoiled on, I generally pick it up right away. Like Star Wars, I went out opening night.
Yeah, I saw that Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see it Thursday. I did see it Friday, though, with my wife, and that was pretty cool. And she was actually entertained by it. She was like, I thought this was going to be stupid. I'm so glad I went. I was like,
she thought Star Wars was going to be stupid?
She's not a big sci-fi fan. Which is odd that she married me, but that's the way it is. But I'm not really concerned about spoilers because I feel, well, I'm going to pick it up anyway, unless it's a big thing that you're not supposed to know, sort of thing.
Like the Star Wars stuff, I stay away from a lot of that, because even though I heard rumors about Han dying, but it's
spoilers.
Right?
Yeah, sorry, Haley.
The thing with Star Wars, it was amazing that it was like 2 or 3 weeks before people started to finally venture out of their caves and start talking about it in the open. They were very respectful for the most part for people. And if they did have spoilers, they'd be like, okay, spoilers. You're going to have to scroll 10 screens before you actually get to it. So you couldn't accidentally see stuff. So that was, I thought, pretty cool. But in case of a TV show, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You're not going to ruin it for me.
Yeah, because it's been, like I'll even read spoilers about sometimes things I don't want to see. Like I see stupid movie trailers, and it's like, at least then I know what happens in it. I know so much about things I've never even seen.
Right. So did you have a favorite episode of this season of Agent Carter?
No, I just kind of love them all. I've been watching them a little bit on the, because I don't have cable, so I've been watching them a little bit on the app, which the current week's episode doesn't unlock until after the next episode airs.
Yep.
So, I don't have a cable provider to enter that information, but they've had some good little clips on there and stuff.
And they give you, and generally what I've been noticing is they give you the first 5 for free.
Yeah.
Like they'll give it to you that week, but after that you got to pay to play. For
the current weeks. Yeah, but I've been using the CW app as well because iZombie comes on at the same time as Agent Carter, and they have it up like that night.
Right away. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I went with watching Agent Carter live and apping iZombie.
I watch nothing live.
During election season, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, Lauren. Next Tuesday is Super Tuesday, and they're probably going to interrupt the hell out of Agent Carter with Texas primary crap.
Yeah, I am not looking forward
I
to
know.
that.
I'm gonna
But
are.
yeah, so I've started working from home lately, and I have the TV on in the background just to have noise. So lately my thing is I'll leave it on like the crime and investigation channel because we watched like American Justice all the time growing up. So that's my like comfort noise is people talking about horrible murders. But so the thing is that they started running a lot of political ads on there. So now I'm like, maybe I should just leave it on Cartoon Network all day. They don't run political ads on Cartoon Network.
Hopefully not.
That's nice.
No.
Well, they do. They're called cartoons. Depends on which ones you watch. All right. Anything else, Christy?
No, I forgot to tweet this. I declared yesterday bring your Groot to work day. So I brought my Groot Funko up to put on my desk at my new job. So Groot is
Nice.
So yesterday was bring your Groot to work day. So
The only Groot I own is the ornament that came in the Guardians of the Galaxy box, and that is now safely tucked away with all the other cool geeky ornaments, so I don't lose it before it goes on the tree next year.
I have the regular one, and then also I got Dallas Comic-Con had an exclusive Angry
Angry
Groot.
one?
So I have Angry Groot.
Yeah, I
as
got
well.
that one.
He's still in the box.
He's back there.
And soon I'll have Tiny Groot.
Once again, y'all with cons nearby. Ugh.
I know.
Right, Haley?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to any more cons this year. Unless I get talked into Dragon Con, which I might.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to Dragon Con.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
They've started
Maybe next
announcing
year.
some of the people for Dallas Comic-Con for June, so
Yeah,
nobody I'm really excited about yet.
Freaking Joffrey is coming to one of the Dallas cons.
Yeah, Dallas Comic-Con. Yeah,
Peter
I don't
Capaldi
watch-
and Jenna Coleman
Oh,
are,
yeah.
and Michelle Gomez are going to Dallas. I don't remember which one. I think it's the one in May or
in June.
May.
In
Yeah.
Downtown Dallas at the convention center. Yeah, I didn't go to the recent one because the only person I'd want to see there was Barrowman, and I've already gotten his autograph, and I had no money, and so I wouldn't have been able to do the photo with him. So
Yeah, let's see. Ooh.
My favorite photo with him is Michelle Flam's, which is, she's been on All Things Good and Nerdy a couple of times. She actually put him in one of her corsets.
ooh,
Like he was in the corset. It was great.
I don't remember what con it was, but one of them I went to last year. Somebody got pictures of everybody in a tube. I think it's Kansas City Comic Con.
Well, that's doable for you.
I did manage at the con last fall. I went to see James Marsters, and right before he came out, as soon as I got in, he was doing the photo ops, but I went up and stood in line, and I was actually first in line for him that day. And there was a young girl behind me, and I said to her right before he came out that, he's not going to sound like Spike. And I mentioned that to him, and he did a little bit of the Spike voice.
All right. Anything else, Christy?
Hey.
For the
No,
night?
I think that's about it. Thanks for having me on, guys, and I can't wait for the box.
Yeah, just give me your address and I'll ship it off as soon as I can. Unfortunately,
Will
this
do.
weekend's a little wonky for
Yeah.
me, so I'm
No
sorry if you
problem.
don't get it for a week.
You're going to have so many opportunities to wear that scarf in Texas.
I know. I felt bad the other day. I made the mistake of mentioning that we'd had such a mild winter. We've had no ice storms, and then it got cold and rainy the last few days. But no ice
Oh my
apocalypses.
god, Gigi
so that's
Edgley's
good.
coming to Space City Con.
Who
Gigi
is-
Edgley, Chiana from Farscape.
Pretty cool. All right.
Okay.
Well, we will see you hopefully next week.
Yep. Night, y'all.
Thank
Night.
Night.
All right. Anybody else want to jump on in?
You could sit right there next to me.
Yeah, that would just be Steven. I know he's not capable of jumping in. So, okay. Well, no. I was
Lies.
wrong.
Lies. Oh, he's going to sit next to me there.
Well,
I
actually,
thought.
it just pushed because you were the last one to join, maybe? I don't know.
No, Steven's the last one to join. Because the internet hates
Be
me.
like Lauren was the last one to join the pocket. We're coming up on our anniversaries too.
Nope. Bye, Steven. Hi, Steven.
This is such a thing because you click on it, the show callers, and it opens up a window to the left. Oh, he's
Hello.
in the podcast studio too.
I was just doing some Gonna Geek stuff, and I heard you call me out, and I can't be banned and also get called out, so I had to connect.
I see. Cancellation Canary, man. That's just not cool. That's
I
hateful.
know. Truth be told, I'll turn that on, by the way, so I'm not all shadowy. But truth be told, I'm super bummed. I think that it totally sucks that it's looking like that rumor is probably going to be true. I really like Agent Carter, and it offers a different love for me than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does. So
there's nothing out there like it in the superhero comics or whatever. I mean, Supergirl gets close, but I mean, there's nobody really with superpowers on the show.
No, I agree, and I don't know. I'm hoping for a miracle still. I'm hoping that it still happens somehow because I like the show, and there's so many unresolved storylines between the two seasons, and so many things that we could dive into more.
The only thing I can see is if big boy Disney/Marvel comes in and says, look, we need to finish this up. We need to transition in it something that's sustainable, like the flashbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you 3 to 5 episodes or whatever during the hiatus next year, but that's it. I mean, you guys have run your course.
Yeah.
Unless they do it throughout the course of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's going to be hard getting the actors together if they don't actually have a show to do,
Well, and the one character that I thought really started to come into his own in the last couple episodes is Jarvis. He's been such a loose character. We haven't really known, like, he's come along on the ventures, and even in this last episode, Peggy hits it on the head. He's just only been in it for the adventure. And now he's got his wife saying, go do your thing, right? Like, I thought that there was so much potential with that character after this episode.
There's a lot of potential with all the characters, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Rose, Samberly, Jarvis, Anna, and Dottie. If Dottie could come back and be one of those characters where you flip back and forth between good and evil, good and evil, good and evil.
Agreed. Well, I'm sure whatever comes in as the mid-season replacement next year, if it's not Agent Carter, you guys will do a phenomenal job of covering, as you always do.
We will, if we're not, if we're caught up with Netflix series and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be great.
True.
There's so much Marvel content out there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, Steven, I'm filling out some forms for the media credentials and stuff. So just letting you know, I'm going to be emailing you with some questions in a bit.
Sounds good. I can handle that.
Okay.
And I have your other email there. I am responding. So.
Okay.
But I'll bounce it out. I'll let you guys continue on. Good show as always, and always love your opinions.
You bet. Thanks, Steven, for dropping by.
Thanks.
No worries.
Bye.
That was our network owner, Steven John Drew, popping in.
What a dick.
Big Papa. Right. All right. If nobody else wants to come in, we are pretty much done for the night. Got to go to bed and, get up and do that work thing tomorrow. At least a couple of us do.
Yeah.
Somebody gets to roll out of bed and saunter to her computer and work from there.
Didn't have to even put on pants to go to work.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else, ladies? Anything?
Nope.
So, are you Haley? I'm assuming you're caught up on Flash.
No, I haven't seen last night's episode yet.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Is how'd you like the ending? But just be prepared for the ending.
As soon as we shut up, I'm gonna go watch it.
The ending last week was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite comic book show then? I mean, a lot of people say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. A lot of people say Flash. Which one is yours? Since you podcast on both.
Right now, I'll say Flash because I haven't seen a new episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in a while. So I'm going to go with that.
All right. She's on record, folks. We're going to get rid of her.
I reserve the right to be wishy-washy.
Yeah. And just follow our network owner on that. All right. That's it. You ladies have a great night. Get me your files, and we'll see you next week.
Will do.
Okay. Night.
Bye.